So imagine this, a 72-year-old security guard who is just trying to make a living, just trying to protect himself, suddenly sees a robbery in an Oakland neighborhood he was hired to protect. He stopped to record it on his phone. That's what he was supposed to do. And that one small act, he says, landed him in the hospital. The three burglars beat him and broke both of his hands. And what happened before, during, and after that attack has the whole neighborhood asking some really tough questions. Our reporter Betty Yu checked in on him tonight at his home in Oakland. So Betty, obviously I see the cast. I know he had surgery. How's he doing right now?
All considering, he's in really, really good spirits, but he said he's in a lot of physical pain. Now, the security guard told me that he loves the work that he does. He considers the residents of this Oakmore community his second family. He also said this attack was the most traumatic and painful experience he's ever gone through. This is how a resident found a beloved neighborhood patrolman after he was brutally beaten by three burglars in broad daylight in Oakland's Oakmore neighborhood. 72-year-old Alex Igbeneweka said he took out his cell phone to document the crime in progress.
They all came out, three of them. They attacked me with whatever equipment they have, beat me up, and it was a horrible, horrible, horrible scene.
Fearing for his life, he said he pleaded and apologized to the burglars during the beating. One had a gun, the other had a metal rod.
I used these two hands to block my head this way, and that rod hit my two wrists. That was shattered my ribs. And then the next thing, they kicked me to the curb.
Alex suffered two broken hands and wrists and is recovering after surgery. The suspects destroyed his phone. He initially drove to Laymart Boulevard after a homeowner was alerted to a break-in on her security camera. Were you scared going in there?
I wasn't scared because I've been in this job for more than 20 years, but I never expect this kind of thing will happen because I'm not armed.
Alex was able to flag a passing cyclist to call 911. He said it took paramedics almost an hour to arrive.
At a point, I started yelling in pain. Tell the ambulance not to come again. If I was going to die, let me die. It was all that, terrible.
He eventually lost consciousness. The getaway car, a silver Hyundai Elantra, was captured multiple times on home security cameras and given to OPD. Police told this neighbor, who wanted to stay anonymous, that the stolen car later turned up abandoned in Oakland shortly after the crime.
It's ruthless and it's abhorrent.
An armed robbery took place outside her home just weeks before.
We definitely are scared. There's a lot of different feelings. We're enraged, we're fearful, but we're saddened too that elders are being, especially a patrol is hurt.
Neighbors have set up a GoFundMe page for Alex to help him through his recovery.
It's bad, but thank God I'm alive. It could have been worse. These hoodlums committing all these crimes, using your precious brain for vandalism and crime, it doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay.
I just feel so bad for him. So one of the big questions that we were asking, did he have a gun? Was he armed? And he wasn't. So we were wondering, would he actually consider carrying a gun if he ever goes back to work?
I asked him about that, and he said even after all of this, he still wouldn't, even though he's received training, because he says guns can often either provoke or exacerbate these kinds of situations.
I don't consider carrying guns personally. Those people can provoke you to do what you did not plan to do. And especially those people with anger management, they can do anything. So if there is no gun available, you box it out or you cuss yourself out, and that's the end. But if the gun is at your disposal, you're gone.
Sounds like he's worried about things escalating. He assumes that it will happen even.
And his job mainly is just to document, be the eyes and ears of the community, which is what he was doing when this happened. And as far as his recovery, he said he goes for his next checkup in 2 weeks, and then he'll find out if it'll be weeks or months. But right now, he can't eat, he can't use the restroom without some kind of assistance. So a long road ahead.